Achieving a middle-class lifestyle through hard work, no matter what you started from, is so central to our identity as a society. It is the American dream. And yet recently I've started to realize that one of the things that's supposed to be the pathway to the middle class is the very thing that's killing it. A quick search through the Wall Street Journal or The Economist will give you plenty of data that shows that achieving a middle-class lifestyle is getting harder. Houses are outrageously expensive, and yet they're larger, safer, and more luxurious. Health insurance is an increasing part of your expenses, but health care is incredibly sophisticated. Your expectations for travel, retirement, cars are all substantially higher than they were 2 generations ago. And they should be. What's the point of progress if things don't get better? The middle class now should be doing better than 40 years ago. However, all this progress comes at a cost. The more we expect out of society, the more it needs in return from us. 70 years ago, a high school graduate could provide a middle-class lifestyle to their family. 40 years ago, a bachelor's degree was more or less a ticket to the middle class. However, neither of these things are true anymore. Our society has changed dramatically over the last 70 years, but the structure of our education system hasn't. Originally, hundreds of years ago, college was designed for the upper class, those with the time and money to be able to pursue a higher general education, and only the upper class could afford it. But as our society advanced and we needed more sophisticated workers, we tried to make college work for everyone. For the middle class, we provided loans, and for a while they did work, until the demand for college caused the price to skyrocket. Nowadays, when virtually everyone needs sophisticated skills to keep up with our advanced society, college is out of touch with our needs. Today, college is more of a holding pen and a proving ground than an education system. Can you get up on your own, finish all the work that's assigned to you, and not drink yourself into a stupor if given the opportunity? That's a tall order for an 18-year-old. Not everyone is ready for college when it is most impactful. So what would a reimagined higher education system look like? There are 4 key concepts. It would separate the concepts of general education and employability. Having little time, money, or even interest to invest into early Russian history should not determine how sophisticated of a job you can get. In the modern age, learning about virtually anything is free through YouTube and your local library. There is undeniable value in general education, but charging people to learn it in the age of information seems like a failure. It would focus less on trying to meet a specific goal at a certain age and more on trying to meet people where they are when they want to get ahead. Asking a 30-year-old to go back and get a bachelor's degree does very little to make them marketable. Very little of that 4 years is value added to the employer. A 30-year-old typically lives in a community and is targeting a specific employer or has a specific job in mind, which brings me to number 3. Community colleges should be working with local employers to create inexpensive, abbreviated coursework to put locals directly into employment pipelines. The food processing plants around here have a hard time hiring operators. The lines they run are increasingly technical, and a lot of the locals don't feel like they have the experience or the confidence to be successful with it. There are plenty of local schools that can provide that in a partnership with the plants. The cost can be shared between the employer, the government, and the student. It would reimagine and celebrate the trades. Artificial intelligence and automation isn't going to replace electricians, plumbers, and dental hygienists anytime soon. If you can blend a knowledge of the trade with just a little bit of coursework and business management, the world is your oyster right now. An electrician who can run a business and hire other electricians has an incredible path to prosperity. The trades have been using the fast, laser-focused education system that we just talked about for like a century. Community colleges should be focusing on being more like them and less like 4-year schools. For many, college is still a great option, but we can no longer afford to ignore the large percentage of our population that it doesn't work for. We need to build an education system that works for those people that do not have the luxury of time or money. There is good news coming out about upward mobility in the middle class. I did a video about it here. It's even politically neutral, which is a rarity these days. Stick around the channel for similar content, and I will talk to you soon.